Hello students, welcome back to the statistics class. In the previous video, we have discussed about the first type of reproduction rate, that is gross reproduction rate, where only the fertility or the birth rate was considered. But in today's session, let us study about the second type, that is net reproduction rate, which includes both fertility and the mortality ratio. So the second type, net reproduction rate, which is also called as NRR. Net reproduction rate is the average number of offspring that would be born to a female if she passed through her lifetime, conforming to the age specific fertility rates and mortality rates of a given year. The fertility and mortality of the mother's generation before the end of the childbearing age is taken into account in the calculation of the net reproduction rate. Gross reproduction rate takes into account current birth rate but not death rate. In order to overcome this limitation, the concept of NRR came into existence. In NRR, both birth and death, that is both fertility and mortality, will be taken into consideration. Based on NRR, we can find the growth of the population. NRR is defined as the average number of daughters that would be born to a female if she passed through her lifetime, conforming to the age specific fertility and mortality rates of a given year, which means the average number of daughters born to the mothers based on the assumption that these mothers will survive till the childbearing age is completed. NRR or net reproduction rate cannot exceed GRR for the reason that in its calculation we consider both fertility and mortality rate. Here also the ratio is computed for 1000 women and then calculate NRR per woman based on the formula. NRR divided by 1000 will give you net reproduction rate, that is NRR per woman, based on which the conclusion for the data can be given. Now again, here also there are three possibilities for concluding about the data. Among that, first one, if the net reproduction rate or NRR per woman is exactly 1, it indicates that on the basis of current fertility and mortality rate, a group of newly born females will exactly replace itself in the new generation, which means when the net reproduction rate or if NRR per woman is exactly equal to 1, then we can say that the population remains constant. If the net reproduction rate per woman is below 1, when it is less than 1, it indicates a declining population. When NRR value is less than 1, if NRR is less than 1, we say that the population is decreasing, and when NRR is greater than 1, if NRR is greater than 1, the population has a tendency to increase. So if NRR is greater than 1, the population is increasing. If the net reproduction rate, that is NRR calculated per woman, is less than 1, the daughter's generation is smaller than the mother's generation and the mother's generation has not reproduced itself. NRR is computed by the following formula. NRR equal to I into sigma I equal to 15 to 49 WSFR into S. Here I indicates the magnitude of the class or size of the class or width of the class. So I indicates the difference between the two class limits, the difference between the upper and the lower limit of the given class interval. So I is the width of the class interval and it takes the product of WSFR and survival rate. Here in the concept of net reproduction rate, survival rates will be given, that is the period or the time period when an individual is survived, the time period of the survival of an individual. So survival rates will be given and you should find the WSFR values for the given age groups. So NRR is computed based on the formula I into sigma WSFR into S, where S equal to survival ratio. WSFR is computed based on the formula female birth divided by female population, which is multiplied by 1000. Merits: it takes into account current fertility and current mortality. So this is the only measure of reproduction which considers both fertility and the mortality ratio. Both birth and the death rate will be taken into account. Second one, it will show a tendency of increase or decrease in population. So only based on the net reproduction rate we can decide about the growth of the population, whether the population is increasing, decreasing or remains constant, because this is the only measure which considers both birth and the death rate, based on which the growth of the population can be studied. Demerits: it assumes constant rates of fertility and mortality over a generation. But in actual life, both these rates go on changing. That means it assumes constant rates until you find the next value for the new set of data. So until you find the new value, the previous value will remain constant, or that will be considered as the net reproduction rate value. Second one, the population of a country may become depleted more by migration than by declining birth rate. The population of a country may be reduced more by migration than by decrease in the birth rate. Third one, it cannot be used for forecasting future population changes. Based on the data, you can find the growth of the population, but we cannot predict the future population. Note: in a situation, if GRR per woman is greater than 1 and NRR per woman is less than 1, then the conclusion is the population is decreasing. In order to find the growth of the population, both birth and death rates will be taken into consideration. Therefore, based on NRR, we can judge about the entire population, whereas based on GRR, we cannot do that, because GRR considers fertility rate but not mortality. Since NRR considers both fertility and mortality, based on the NRR value, you should judge about the population. Since NRR is less than 1, the population is decreasing. Now consider the given example. Calculate net reproduction rate from the data given below. As you can see, in the given question, different age groups are given along with female population, female births, and the survival rates are given. For each age group, its survival rate is given in the question. Since your question is to find the NRR value, write solution. Here, draw the table, draw one more table, copy the given set of data, refer the question and copy all the values given in the question. Include two more columns. One is to find WSFR value and one more is to find the product of WSFR and survival ratio. So, in the first column, age groups are given, copy the data, female population, female births, and survival ratio is given. So, copy the given set of data. In the fifth column, write the variable name as WSFR. In the sixth column, WSFR into S. Now, start finding WSFR value in the fifth column. That is, 50 divided by 3000 multiplied by 1000 will give you the first WSFR value, which is 16.66. Second value, 400 divided by 2500 multiplied by 1000, that is equal to 160. Next value, 300 divided by 2200 multiplied by 1000, that is equal to 136.66. Similarly, compute the rest of the values. After that, in order to find the values in the last column, multiply each WSFR by its respective survival ratio. That is, for the first value, 16.66 multiplied by 0.9, that is equal to 14.99, or you can take it as 15. Next value, 160 into 0.9, which is equal to 144. Next one, 136.66 multiplied by 0.8, that is equal to 109.08. Similarly, find the rest of the values and define the sum total of the product of WSFR into S. Find the total of the last column, that is of WSFR multiplied by S, and the total value is 356.56. After filling the table, write NRR formula. NRR equal to I multiplied by the product of WSFR into S. So I into sigma WSFR into S. Here I, the width of the class interval, is given as 5. So 5 multiplied by the product of WSFR into S is 356.56. So 5 into 356.56, which is equal to 1782.8. So there are 1783 female births per 1000 women of childbearing age group. After finding NRR, divide this ratio by 1000 and find NRR per woman. So NRR per woman equal to NRR divided by 1000, which is equal to 1782.8 divided by 1000, that is equal to 1.7828 female births. After that, in order to judge about the population, just look at the value, that is NRR per woman is 1.7828. Now this value is greater than 1, as we all know that there are 3 possible conclusions. One is when NRR is exactly equal to 1. Next one is when NRR is less than 1. Third one is if NRR is greater than 1. Now in this example, the NRR per woman value is greater than 1. So since NRR per woman is greater than 1, the population is increasing. In the second example, calculate net reproduction rate from the data given below. In the question, different age groups are given along with the female population and female births, and their survival rates are given. Now, solution. Draw the table, copy the given data, include 2 more columns to find WSFR and WSFR into S. After copying the data, find the WSFR values, that is 20 by 1600 multiplied by 100, which is equal to 12.5. Second value, 30 divided by 1700 multiplied by 1000, which is equal to 17.64. Similarly, find the rest of the values. In the last column, find the product of WSFR into S, that is 12.5 multiplied by 0.969, that is equal to 12.1125. Second value, 17.64, which is multiplied by 0.966, that is equal to 17.0402. Similarly, you can compute the rest of the values and find the sum total of WSFR into S. After that, as usual, write the formula NRR equal to I into sigma WSFR into S. Here the width of the given class interval is 5. So I equal to 5, substitute that value, 5 into the sum total of WSFR into S, which is 152.7317. So 5 multiplied by 152.7317, that is equal to 763.6585. So there are 764 female births per 1000 women of childbearing age. After computing NRR value, find NRR per woman, that is NRR per woman equal to NRR divided by 1000, which is equal to 763.6585 divided by 1000, that is equal to 0.7636. After that, based on this value, judge about the population or conclude about the population. Here, since NRR per woman is less than 1, the population is decreasing.